soft foam helmets is that impact energy travels directly through these helmets and rattles the brain. Soft foam helmets do not pass high impact or multiple impact certification tests. After learning this information, we set out to make a better, safer helmet. What we created was the S1 Lifer helmet with fusion foam. We make fusion foam by blending low, medium, and high density beads together to make our impact reducing inner foam mold. The inner foam mold is what does all the impact dispersion in the S1 Lifer helmet. We batch test every production run of helmets to ensure the quality and consistency of every S1 Lifer helmet made. Get a lifer, be a lifer.
All right, folks, welcome back to track 1 here at Flat Track Fever 2017. On game 3, we have the RedNeck Betties from SWSRDA. That's the Southwest Saskatchewan Roller Derby Association, taking on the Midwest Mavericks. And as I mentioned before, they're kind of a catch-all territory, including Cold Lake, Lloydminster, Wainwright, Battlefords, and Kindersley. First lead jam going to number 1-4, Bambi, taking lead jam for Midwest Mavericks. All right, first points on the board, 14 to Midwest Mavericks. No score yet for RedNeck Betties as we enter Jam 2. RedNeck Betties jammer serving a penalty from the previous jam. It's a power start for number 157, Black Betty. Midwest Mavericks jammer lining up in white. Big hip check in turn 3 from Black Betty onto the opposing blocker. 2-point jam for Midwest Mavericks. RedNeck Betty's picking up 3 now on the score at 3 points. And 16-3 is the current score. 2 jams in. Taking the Destination Derby jam line, we've got Gingivitis in teal, number 46. And then number 6 for the Mavericks is Car Ramrod. Pack pulling into the stretch here. And lead gem in hand for Gingivitis. Number 46 rounding the track and approaching the pack once more between turns 3 and 4. All right, lead jam is still underway here for Gingivitis. Car Ramrod rounding the track as well. The pack pulling into turn 1. Taking the Destination Derby jam line, once again, number 1-4 in white, Bambi. Taking on Pixelated, number 72 in teal. Pixelated getting brought back past the girls on track pivot line by Rossler. And Bambi holding that lead jam now. Both jammers free of the pack and ready for points. Bambi on the reapproach. Slicing through the pack in turn 3 as Rossler picks up a penalty, 8-1-2 off to the penalty box. Four points for Midwest Mavericks. Oh, sorry. 3 points for Midwest Mavericks and 4 points for RedNeck Betties. Lead jam to RedNeck Betties. Number 476, Bellicose Blonde, leading the charge here. 5-point pass, including that jammer lap point. Mavericks jammer number 725, now through the pack, AK Demented. AK Demented with a 5-point pass. Now power jam underway for AK Demented and the Midwest Mavericks. As Bellicose Blonde serves the penalty in the Nerd Roller Skates penalty box. AK Demented with a pass and 4 points. Bellicose Blonde back on the track and out of the Nerd Roller Skates penalty box. 4 points on that pass as well. No lead jam. We're going to go the full 2 minutes in this one. Midwest Mavericks jammer Bambi coming through first, lead jam. The pack pulls in between turns 1 and 2 now. Forearm penalty on number 101, Wild Child off to the Nerd Roller Skates penalty box. 4 points for Mavericks, 2 for Redneck Betties at the end of that jam. 19 minutes and 35 seconds left in the first half. Score currently Midwest Mavericks at 45 and Redneck Betties at 37. A team timeout has been called by the Redneck Betties. Flat Track Fever is proud to have the following sponsors on board. My Bout Book, your roller derby logbook made by skaters for skaters. My Bout Book helps you track your roller derby history, preserve your derby memories, and log your bouts. MyBoutBook.com. Also want to thank Rydell. Flat Track Fever is proudly sponsored by Radar Halo. Pick up a set of Halos today and see what you've been missing. Also want to thank Roller Derby Athletics. Roller Derby Athletics wants you to be safe, strong, and unstoppable. Find free training, resources, workouts, and more to help you be your best on the track at RollerDerbyAthletics.com. At the Destination Derby Jam line, we've got Black Betty and Pixelated, number 157 and 72, respectively. Black Betty with an inside line in turn one. Lead jam, Mavericks. Black Betty passed the pack one more time. 4 points on the board. Pixelated getting forced to the outside by Rossler. All right, so looks like Pixelated is going to be okay. Thanks so much, folks, for your patience. Just a reminder again, the beer garden is open. There's a red ale and a pale ale. Both of them are, sorry, an IPA, not a pale. And they're $5 a piece. Not bad deal here in the Blue Star Engineering Limited Beer Garden. And speaking of beverages, the official after party of Flat Track Fever 2017, the King's Head, just down the road from the venue here. They have an exclusive beer now on tap, $25.15, and also Jack Daniel's shots are on for $4.50 tonight, along with a live band. Steve McQueen Band is playing tonight at King's Head. Bellicose Blonde decided to call it off. No, not before picking up 4 points. No points awarded to Mavericks at the end of that jam. AK Demented and number 46 on Redneck Betty's. Gingervitis taking the Destination Derby jam line. Gingervitis through first, lead jam, Redneck Betty's. Five-point pass for Gingervitis. AK Demented through as well. The pack comes into turn 4. Lead gem, Mavericks, Black Betty 157 taking the lead here. Opposing jammer number 476 on Redneck Betty's Bellicose Blonde, returning to the Destination Derby jam line. Cut Track will send Bellicose Blonde to the penalty box, the Nerd Roller Skates box, so that is. Black Betty now with a power jam and a 5-point pass. Getting the thumbs up from the bench to continue on. Timeout has been called by the Midwest Mavericks. Bambi through but not legally, does not have lead. But is in a point scoring position. Bellicose Blonde out of the penalty box now. And back to the box on a back block penalty. Through once more for Bambi, 5 points on the board. Number 15 on the Redneck Betties. Scot-free. Separating from the pack now, donning the star. The point scorer for the Redneck Betties. Bambi rounds the track once more, 5 points. Lead jam this time to Redneck Betties. Car Ramrod number 6 separating from the pack. And Gingivitis number 4-6 with lead jam. Black Betty with lead jam through the pack in turns 3 and 4. 4-point pass. Ten minutes, 11 seconds on the clock remaining in the first half. 86-59 for Midwest Mavericks. Lead jam in the hands of Bambi decides to call it off. 3 points on the board. Redneck Betty's picking up 2 of their own. 1 point differential to end that one off. 8 minutes 54 remaining in the first half. Lead jam to Gingivitis and the Redneck Betties. The opponent for Midwest Mavericks is number 157 Black Betty. Pack moving into the stretch on the far side of the track. Gingivitis getting knocked to the outside temporarily. Gingivitis picking up a penalty. He will head to the penalty box. Black Betty with a 5-point pass and a power jam underway for the Midwest Mavericks. Black Betty getting forced to the inside temporarily, then back onto the track. Now to the outside in turn 4. Gingivitis with a hop and a spin past the Destination Derby jam line. Gingivitis through for 4. Bambi getting pulled all the way back to turn 2 by Redneck Betty's number 70. Long point-filled jam there. 15-13, the final outcome of that jam. Mavericks now surging past the 3-digit mark, sitting at 107 after the previous jam. Redneck Betty's at 74. 6 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the first half. Lead jam in the hands of the Redneck Betties. Number 1515. Scott free with the power to call it off at any time. Scott free pass for first points in this jam. 5 on the board for Redneck Betties. At the Destination Derby jam line, Bambi number 14 in white, facing off against number 72, Pixelated for Redneck Betties. 4-on-3 pack advantage to start this one off for the Mavericks. Bambi taking a knee a couple times there before too far into the turn 1. Lead jam, Bambi and the Mavericks. Hot on Bambi's heels is Pixelated number 72. Both jammers taking a coast to catch up to the pack here. successfully running the clock for the Mavericks as they hold the lead currently. Lead jam, Gingivitis. Five-point pass there. Five-point pass for Gingivitis as the pack disintegrates in turn one. AK Demented making the rounds as well. Both jammers with an opportunity for points. Four more for Redneck Betties and Gingivitis. Great clock management going on here by Redneck Betties as we approach the half. 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining. Scott Free getting knocked to the outside a little bit there, coming back in around behind the pack. Black Betty, the jammer on the Mavericks side, 157 in white. Scott Free taking a slide to the outside. The opponent, number 55, also exited the track, Leander Thurl. So giving Scott Free the opportunity to carry on. Oh. So, an official review from Redneck Betties, they're deciding to use their official review as a 1 minute timeout. So the strategy that's often used as an extended timeout. Lead jam to Redneck Betties, number 72. Pixelated. The opposing jammer, number 14, Bambi. Looks like we're going to get one more jam out of this half. Black Betty and Gingivitis lining up at the Destination Derby jam line. Lead jam to Gingivitis. Black Betty running the track as well. Both jammers in a point scoring situation. Gingivitis with the pass on the inside. 4 points and a tap of the hips to call it off. All right, so amidst the previous jam, the clock had wound down to halftime. We've got about just under 15-minute break. Going into the half, both teams have now cracked the 3-digit mark. Mavericks at 111, RedNeck Betties at 101. When we come back into the 30 minutes in our second half, these two teams a very close game. All right, folks, back into the action here. Bambi for the Mavericks. Lead Jam in white, rounding the track as the pack splits apart on the far side of the track just before turn 3. Gingivitis through the pack as well, does not have lead, but both jammers are free of the pack and prepared for points. Bambi staring down the pack in turn 1 and 2. Staying within very close proximity of Gingivitis. Eight-point jam for the Mavericks, 4 for Redneck Betties. Taking the Destination Derby Jam line, Pixelated and Black Betty, returning jammers on both sides. First through, Black Betty on the inside, lead jam Mavericks. Pixelated not too far behind, both jammers free of the pack already. Only moments into this jam. The pack at a moderate speed coming into turn 4. Redneck Betty's leading the charge, the defense there, hoping to keep Black Betty at bay. Black Betty with a spin. Past the Destination Derby Jam line and a tap of the hips to call it off for 2. Redneck Betty's changing things up a little bit. Vexatious taking the Jam Star. First time, I believe, for number 2 to jam for the Redneck Betties in this game. Bambi rounding the track now has lead jam. Pack separating quite a bit as they come past the starting zone once more. Bambi rounding the track, 4 points in the air. Vexatious getting tied up by the Mavericks defense just before turn 3. Eight-point jam for Mavericks, bringing their score now to 131. 4-point jam for Betties now at 109. AK Demented and Gingivitis at the Destination Derby Jam line. Compressed line start for the pack. Lead jam, Redneck Betties, Gingivitis rounding the track. AK Demented spying an opportunity in turn 4. But a bit of a spill, slow down the jammer just a little bit, 7.25, back on the feet. Gingivitis picking up a cut track penalty in the midst of it all. AK Demented also picking up a penalty. We'll have a jammer swap momentarily. Gingivitis back up on the feet and into the track. Gingivitis up against the Mavericks defense here in turn 4. Getting forced to the inside by number 8. Brass brawls. AK Demeta getting tied up by the Betty's defense just before the girls on track pivot line. 5-point pass for Gingivitis, that jammer lap point included. Pack coming to a standstill in turn 3. Gingivitis up against number 22 and 6 on the Redneck Betty's side. Car, Ramrod, and Shell Shock. Effective defense for Mavericks. .23 minutes, 47 seconds remaining in this game. Only a 10-point difference here between our teams. Lead jam once again in the hands of the Redneck Betties. Pixelated picking up a back block penalty will head to the penalty box, the Nerd Roller Skates penalty box. Giving the power jam now to the Mavericks Black Betty. Black Betty running the track, another 5 points in hand. Shoulder hit by Mavericks number 39, Lulu Levelum. Forcing Black Betty out there. Or no, sorry, Pixelated out in turn 4. Black Betty finding an opening down the inside at the starting zone. 4-point pass. Four-point pass as well for Redneck Betties. Pixelated. Scott Free and Bambi at the Destination Derby jam line. Gingivitis getting knocked around, but dishing it out just as well in the starting zone and down past the girls on track pivot line. Our score now within 8 points. Mavericks at 155. RedNeck Betties at 147. An exciting game underway here on track 1 between these two teams. Pixelated and Black Betty back on the line. The Destination Derby Jam line. Lead Jam for Black Betty and the Mavericks. All right, we're almost at the three-quarter mark now. 15 minutes and 53 on the clock. And 167 to 154, still within that 10 to 12 differential mark. An official timeout has been called. Back to the action on the track here. Gingivitis through first with lead jam for Redneck Betties. AK Demented rounding the track as well, out of the pack. Both jammers ready for points. Malcry, number 519, trying to get in the way of Gingivitis. A no-go there as the jammer passes. Rossler back out of the penalty box and back on the track. Breaking apart that Redneck Betty defense. Four-point pass for AK Demented. The pack comes to a standstill in turn one. Five-point pass this time for Demented. Power jam underway as Gingivitis finds themselves in the Nerd Roller Skates penalty box. An elbow penalty on Redneck Betty's number 50. Slamazonian. Thirteen minutes 25 remaining on the clock. Mavericks at 185. Redneck Betty's at 162. And a team timeout has been called by the Redneck Betties. Flat Track Fever would like to thank My Bout Book. My Bout Book is your Rolly Derby logbook. Made by skaters for skaters, the My Bout Book helps you track your roller derby history, preserve your derby memories, and log your bouts. MyBoutBook.com. Also, shout out to Rydell Skates, proud sponsor of Flat Track Fever and Roller Derby Athletics. They want to help you be your best on the track. Find out how you can transform your game with fitness at RollerDerbyAthletics.com. And also remind you again, of course, of the official after party of Flat Track Fever 2017. The King's Head is just down the road from here. Tonight they have their Friday specials, 2515, their local crafted beer, and they have Jack Daniel's shots for $4.50. That includes the original Honey Jack and Jack Fire Jack Daniels. Also a live band going on tonight, the Steve McQueen Band. Black Betty through the pack but not lead jammer. Pixelated with lead jam. Through the pack for 4 and a tap of the hips to call it off. 4-point jam for Redneck Betty's, chipping away at that lead. Bambi and Scott Free at the Destination Derby jam line. Scott Free coming out victorious, lead jam, Redneck Betty's. Bambi not too far behind the pack in the stretch. Scott Free using that opportunity to tap and call it off. Hit it and quit it for 4. Gingivitis and Black Betty at the Destination Derby Jam line. Now past the girls on track pivot line into turns 1 and 2. Black Betty through first, lead Jam, Mavericks. Black Betty narrowly escaping the defense from the Redneck Betties. 4-point pass. 2 as well to the Redneck Betties to finish that one off. Mavericks at 189. Redneck Betties at 172. 17 points separating, no, sorry. Yeah, that's right, 17 points separating these two teams. Bambi through the pack on the inside. Has a pass, but not lead. Lead in the hands of the Redneck Betties and Pixelated. Narrowly escaping the defense there in turn 2. And it's half of the hips to pick up 4. Scott Free and AK Demented, your jammers. Scott Free through first, lead Jam, Redneck Betties. A team timeout has been requested by the Mavericks. Change up of jammers for the Redneck Betties. Rip and Roller, number 30, taking the jam star now. Black Betty returning to the Destination Derby jam line. Black Betty coming through first, lead jam Mavericks. And the cut track penalty on Mavericks number 39 will send the Lululevelum to the penalty box. All right, so Redneck Betty's number 33. The official has determined that Can Destroyer will receive a clockwise block and will start in the penalty box for this next jam. Gingivitis and Bambi at the Destination Derby jam line. Bambi with lead, but Gingivitis not too far behind as the pack sets up camp in turn one. Redneck Betty's Gingivitis picks up 3, as does Mavericks number 4, Bambi. Bambi and Pixelated at the Destination Derby jam line. Pack hanging out at the Girls on Track pivot line. Start this next jam. Pixelated picking up a cut track will head to the penalty box, giving Bambi the power jam opportunity. And a 4-point pass to start that one. Correction, 5-point pass. Official review being requested by RedNeck Betties. With 5 minutes and 27 seconds left in the game, Mavericks at 207, RedNeck Betties at 181. Still a very close game. Mavericks maintaining that lead for the time being. So, folks, if you got friends and joining us tomorrow for Saturday, they head on down to the King's Head for the after party tomorrow night. Again, they've got their new lager, 2515. Steve McQueen Band will be playing tomorrow night as well. And Saturday specials include Coors Banquet for $5.50, shots of Jack Daniels for $4.50, and apparently they have rock and roll bingo. Rock and roll bingo on Sundays, open jam on Monday, karaoke and trivia Tuesdays. Apparently they have the #1 pizza in the South. All right, so RedNeck Betties requested a low block penalty on the opposing jammer. The officials reviewed it, decided that it wasn't merited, and RedNeck Betties will lose their official review for the remainder of the game. Godfrey rounding the track, has lead jam in hand. Car Ramrod also rounding the track. Scott Free took a bit of a spill in turn 2, decided to call it off. Into the final 5 minutes of play. RedNeck Betties at 190, Mavericks at 207. Less than 20 points separating our teams. Only a few minutes left to go. Change up of jammers at the last minute. Pixelated and Bambi on the Destination Derby jam line. Pixelated picking up lead jam. Pixelated with a furious tap of the hips to call it off for 4. Mavericks managed to sneak in 2 points at the end of that jam. Ginger Vitus and AK Demented at the Destination Derby jam line to get this one started. Backlog penalty on the RedNeck Betties pivot. Ginger Vitus through first, lead jam, number 46 in teal. AK Demented past number 30, Rip and Roller. Pack coming to a standstill in turn 2. At the Destination Derby jam line, Bambi and Scott Free. Pivot line start for the pack as we approach the final minute of play. Scott Free through first, lead jam, Redneck Betties. Bambi through the pack as well as they come into turn 3 and 4. Mavericks up front with the defense, awaiting the return of Scott Free. Team timeout has been requested by the Redneck Betties. 31 seconds left on the clock. 20 points separates our two teams. Mavericks maintaining that lead from very early on, 221 to 201 to get this started. Bambi and Gingivitis, returning jammers we've seen before. Lead jam, Redneck Betties. Gingivitis staying on one skate on the outside, taking hits from Malcree and Rossler. Bambi getting forced to the outside in turn 1 and 2. Gingivitis with 4 now. Bambi also with 4. Gingivitis on the reapproach, getting forced to the inside at turn 2. Gingivitis with a cut track penalty will send the Redneck Betties jammer to the penalty box, giving Bambi the power jam opportunity. You can see the fatigue on their faces now at this point. The clock has run down to 0.
Did you know that by the time I'm 14, I'm twice as likely to drop out of sports as a boy my age?
Playing roller derby has helped me overcome anxiety,
Helped me to be more outgoing at school, get more self-confident,
and feel good about myself.
and Girls on Track wants to help more girls like me have a chance to succeed.
by improving access to junior roller derby.
Help Girls on Track break down barriers so girls like us can break down walls.
Learn more, get involved, and donate at girlsontrackfoundation.org.
In 2010, we took soft foam helmets from every brand, including S1, into the testing lab and discovered that every single one of them failed current helmet safety standards. This is a soft foam helmet. It has a hard plastic outer shell and soft foam inserts. The problem with soft foam helmets is that impact energy travels directly through these helmets and rattles the brain. Soft foam helmets do not pass high impact or multiple impact certification tests. After learning this information, we set out to make a better, safer helmet. What we created was the S1 Lifer helmet with fusion foam. We make fusion foam by blending low, medium, and high density beads together to make our impact reducing inner foam mold. The inner foam mold is what does all the impact dispersion in the S1 Lifer helmet. We batch test every production run of helmets to ensure the quality and consistency of every S1 Lifer helmet made. Get a Lifer, be a Lifer.
Nerd Roller Skates is your dedicated quad roller skate shop in Calgary, Alberta.
Being a nerd is about being really excited and really passionate about a really specific thing. And the thing that we are really excited and passionate about is roller skates.
Nerd Roller Skates, for people who roll.
This is the totally redesigned Lifer Visor helmet from S1. Featuring our patented Fusion foam, this helmet has the impact protection you've come to expect from an S1 helmet and is both multiple impact and high impact certified. Our new custom visor is made with a high impact polycarbonate lens, which is optically correct and features our patented cover catcher, which allows for multiple covers to be worn with easy on-off. The outside lens has an anti-scratch coating, while the inside has an anti-fog coating. The outer shell is equipped with in-mold mounting hardware, so that the visor can be removed and replaced if needed. The S1 Lifer Visor helmet, where innovation and function are actualized.
Did you know that by the time I'm 14, I'm twice as likely to drop out of sports as a boy my age?
Playing roller derby has helped me overcome anxiety,
Helped me to be more outgoing at school, get more self-confident,
And feel good about myself.
and Girls on Track wants to help more girls like me have a chance to succeed.
by improving access to junior roller derby.
Help girls on track break down barriers so girls like us can break down walls.
Learn more, get involved, and donate at girlsontrackfoundation.org.
Nerd Roller Skates is your dedicated quad roller skate shop in Calgary, Alberta.
Being a nerd is about being really excited and really passionate about a really specific thing. And the thing that we are really excited and passionate about is roller skates.
Nerd Roller Skates, for people who roll.
The Halo features an incredibly innovative hub. The edges of the hub are oversized. This means less urethane on the edge, so compact plows and precise edge work are much easier. The middle of the hub has a drop center for more urethane, which provides grip. You aren't going to find this combination of easy access to edging and grip in any other wheel.
Did you know that by the time I'm 14, I'm twice as likely to drop out of sports as a boy my age?
Playing roller derby has helped me overcome anxiety,
Helped me to be more outgoing at school, get more self-confident,
And feel good about myself.
and Girls on Track wants to help more girls like me have a chance to succeed.
by improving access to junior roller derby.
Help girls on track break down barriers so girls like us can break down walls.
Learn more, get involved, and donate at girlsontrackfoundation.org.
In 2010, we took soft foam helmets from every brand, including S1, into the testing lab and discovered that every single one of them failed current helmet safety standards. This is a soft foam helmet. It has a hard plastic outer shell and soft foam inserts. The problem with soft foam helmets is that impact energy travels directly through these helmets and rattles the brain. Soft foam helmets do not pass high impact or multiple impact certification tests. After learning this information, we set out to make a better, safer helmet. What we created was the S1 Lifer helmet with Fusion foam. We make Fusion foam by blending low, medium, and high density beads together to make our impact reducing inner foam mold. The inner foam mold is what does all the impact dispersion in the S1 Lifer helmet. We batch test every production run of helmets to ensure the quality and consistency of every S1 Lifer helmet made. Get a Lifer, be a Lifer.
Nerd Roller Skates is your dedicated quad roller skate shop in Calgary, Alberta.
Being a nerd is about being really excited and really passionate about a really specific thing. And the thing that we are really excited and passionate about is roller skates.
Nerd roller skates, for people who roll.
This is the totally redesigned Lifer Visor helmet from S1. Featuring our patented fusion foam, this helmet has the impact protection you've come to expect from an S1 helmet and is both multiple impact and high impact certified. Our new custom visor is made with a high impact polycarbonate lens, which is optically correct and features our patented cover catcher, which allows for multiple covers to be worn with easy on-off. The outside lens has an anti-scratch coating, while the inside has an anti-fog coating. The outer shell is equipped with in-mold mounting hardware, so that the visor can be removed and replaced if needed. The S1 Lifer Visor helmet, where innovation and function are actualized.
Did you know that by the time I'm 14, I'm twice as likely to drop out of sports as a boy my age?
Playing roller derby has helped me overcome anxiety,
Helped me to be more outgoing at school, get more self-confident,
And feel good about myself.
and Girls on Track wants to help more girls like me have a chance to succeed.
by improving access to junior roller derby.
Help girls on track break down barriers so girls like us can break down walls.
Learn more, get involved, and donate at girlsontrackfoundation.org.
Nerd Roller Skates is your dedicated quad roller skate shop in Calgary, Alberta.
Being a nerd is about being really excited and really passionate about a really specific thing. And the thing that we are really excited and passionate about is roller skates.
Nerd Roller Skates, for people who roll.
The Halo features an incredibly innovative hub. The edges of the hub are oversized. This means less urethane on the edge, so compact plows and precise edge work are much easier. The middle of the hub has a drop center for more urethane, which provides grip. You aren't going to find this combination of easy access to edging and grip in any other wheel.
Did you know that by the time I'm 14,
I'm twice as likely
to drop out of sports as a boy my age?
Playing roller derby has helped me overcome anxiety,
Helped me to be more outgoing at school, get more self-confident,
And feel good about myself.
and Girls on Track wants to help more girls like me have a chance to succeed.
by improving access to junior roller derby.
Help girls on track break down barriers so girls like us can break down walls.
Learn more, get involved, and donate at girlsontrackfoundation.org.